action-packed day of AOE. We have 4 games lined up. The first one is Sunnyside JV versus Boomer Boys. Then after we have GZG versus Sunnyside JV. So they are also known as Sunnyside 2. They are for a double header today. Then Boomer Boys is up against Free Agents after that. And then Sunnyside Varsity versus GZG. That's a total of 4 games, like I said, and I can't wait to see it. There's a little bit of a commotion in the top 4 teams. Even free agents actually are in there. So this 5-team season, they're all kind of beating each other out. They've all made a stamp on why they're better than this team, and there's like a triangle effect going on between all of the teams. Sunnyside Varsity did get the W against Sunnyside JV, but they lost to GZG, whereas Sunnyside JV beat GZG but lost to Sunnyside Varsity. So it's kind of been all back and forth. It's one person wins, the other person loses, and one person wins, the other person loses. Another thing too is free agents actually got one-sided, handedly defeated. It was a one-sided match by Sunnyside JV, and free agents then beat Sunnyside Varsity. You could say it was a bit of a disrespectful move to leave Du Yangu, also known as Dub Yangu now, on the Darius. So it's it could be chalked up to just a little bit of disrespect. But hey, free agents showed they're no slouches. Du Yangu showed Darius definitely needs to be banned out. Great showing on that champion. So hopefully we could look forward to more wins for free agents. Hopefully we could look to more of a stamp on this season on who's going to come out on top. This is a double round robin, so these teams are facing against each other for the second time. Oh, sorry about that. Production is ready, just to let people know. And yeah, the double round robin, all the teams are going up against each other. This is the second go around. They are fighting. All teams are going to go into a playoff, all going to go into a knockout stage, where basically the record of the regular season, the double round robin, is going to determine where they're seated at. So obviously you want to get the top 2 seeds so you could have a little bit of less stress in the playoffs. The lower seeds will have to go into like a knockout type of situation to fight into the final 4. So hopefully we get to see some top quality games here. Sunnyside JV versus Boomer Boys. Hey, thank you, sis. Yeah, Gooch Pooch. I am in for a long night. Chat, talk to me. Who do we want to see today? What do we want to see? What up, Alves? we got a lot of commotion here in the chat already. Wong Ace, what's up? Grizzly Gaming. Boy Joe wants to go ahead and see Boomer Boys smurfing onto the league. They did lose to Sunnyside Varsity, but they did beat Sunnyside JV. So is Sunnyside JV going to be able to claim a victory against Boomer Boys, or is Boomer Boys going to solidify that, yeah, you know what, we're better against Sunnyside JV? They swap varsity and JV players? No, I don't think so. Not yet, anyways. Sunnyside JV did lose to Sunnyside Varsity that game, so they definitely showed that they are the number 1 team in that school. Can't wait to see what they have in store for this next game, though. The double round robin, like I said, the schedule: Sunnyside JV is up against the Boomer Boys. Then after that, we got GZG up against Sunnyside JV. Then the last 2 games in order: Boomer Boys versus Free Agents, and then Sunnyside Varsity up against GZG. Make sure to do your pick'ems for knockout stage. Oh, that's right. Worlds is done. TSM, number 1 seed in North America, went 0-6. That's definitely something you hate to see. if you love this region. If you don't, then you're not too mad about it. The teams are going into pro draft pretty soon. Let me see. Can't decide between top esports or Dam 1. As the world's winners, we're already talking about that because it's knockout stage, right? So top esports or Dam 1. I haven't seen the brackets on which side is which. Can't wait to see my boy Glizzy God. That's right. Sunnyside JV right there. Fly really out here making TSM look like clowns, no cap. Oh no. Oh man. The NA Flame is coming in hard, especially of how ride or die they were against LS's predictions of 0-6. And those predictions came into fruition, so it's a little sad to see, but hey, hopefully he has a nice outcome or a better time analyzing NA next year. All right, hopping on over to the pro draft. We do have Sunnyside JV on blue side, Boomer Boys on the red side. And there we have it. Oh, what's going on here? There we go. And there it is. We have Maokai banned out, Shen banned out, and Anivia on the blue side. On the red side, we have Syndra, Cassiopeia, and Lucian all being banned out. Those are definitely target bans all to Glizzy God. I know Glizzy God has had some experience in the bot lane. He's had experience in the mid lane. Was a MVP candidate in a draft 1. A lot of people were surprised with how well he did in AOE draft 1. Twisted Fate, Pantheon, and Vladimir all picked up on the side of Sunnyside JV. Boomer Boys going with the Orianna, Samira. And let's see what else they have. Samira, a pretty OP champion, but I think it has a high skill cap. You have to be extremely comfortable with clicking your mouse and keyboard. You got to have some high mechanics to play that champion. And then Cho'Gath picked up. Interesting. I haven't seen Anvari on a tank type champion. Anvari usually goes for the fighters, the bruisers, someone that can really duel up in the top lane. Orianna, we know that is a comfort pick for Acolyte, so a perfect champion to take away from Glizzy God, because we know Glizzy God can go ahead and play that champion as well. Jax being taken away from Zerozen. Twisted Fate was picked up. Pantheon, really strong support right now, still picked up in the pros. That point and click stun really helps out, and plus the E that nullifies so much damage without really having any items helps out as well. Vladimir, a bit of... Not a bit, actually a really scaling champion. Let's see where it goes. Twisted Fate though? Twisted Fate and Vladimir? Let me make sure that's not incorrect. Let's see if there's any changes. Nope, no messages of changes. It looks like it's a Vladimir and a Twisted Fate. Hecarim, the second ban out for Boomer Boys. Sunnyside JV is going to go ahead and go with Graves, and who else? Let's see. They're going to just ban out Sizz in the jungle. I know Sunnyside JV has been role swapping a lot in Fuel. I think B-Boy Slow touched ADC, and then he went over and played in jungle. I'm not too sure where they're going to end up. I think they had a little bit of a roster change too. Ghetto Gangland isn't a part of this team. Well, he is a part of this team, but as far as a roster changes, I think they're going to put IA as a starter. Riven being picked up. Okay. Zerozen, we know he likes the Riven. People said that he was a Riven main. All right, what's the next pick gonna be? I don't really see a ADC here unless they go Twisted Fate. And yeah, it looks like Twisted Fate is gonna be in the bot lane. I think there's gonna be a role swap over. I wouldn't be surprised if they put Glizzy God in the bot lane. Darrett in the mid lane is what I saw in the Fuel games, and Silas gets picked up on the side of Boomer Boys. All right, so there's definitely gonna be some role swapping. The pro draft does not have the roles swappable. I cannot swap the roles right there on the rosters on the pro draft overlay. But just know that there is definitely gonna be some some swaps all around. Getting ready to go into the champion select. So talk to me, chat. Which ones are the better team comps? I think, honestly, I think there's a bit too much of just focusing on lanes in the Sunnyside JV side. Twisted Fate and Pantheon, I'm assuming, is what their bot lane is going to be. Volibear in the top lane. Or no, he has to be jungle, sorry. Revan in the top lane, Volibear in the jungle, and then Vladimir in the mid lane. I'm not too sure how well whoever their jungler is going to be is going to do with the Volibear. I know he's still kind of on the 3-camp gank type of situation. He could do 1-camp level 2 cheese. I know Volibear still kind of follows that. You want to get a nice lead on the Volibear. And here we go. Going over to the champion select. Let me know who's going to be in what role. I predict on the Sunnyside JV side, it's going to be Glizzy God on the ADC role. Yeah. So they already have it. There you go. Zero's in, B-Boy Slow, Derek, Glizzy God, IAW. That's the roster right there. Zero's in, sticking to the top lane. B-Boy Slow in the jungle, Derek in the mid lane. So they're gonna continue with B-Boy Slow in the jungle. He's gonna take advantage of those rotations. B-Boy Slow is really good on his timing, being at the right place at the right time in the support role. Can definitely transfer that over to the jungle. And look, yeah, Sizz in the top lane, Tom at jungle, Acolyte, and then Anvari and Gooch Pooch in the bot lane. We saw them on something spicy, cooking up spicy plays. They had really good synergy. They were really on top of each other, rotating in the team fights. The Gooch Pooch loves to start fights, especially with the Leona. Don't believe he picked up the Leona here, did he? Yeah, he did. Oh, Gooch Pooch comfort right there. Can't wait to see it. Riven probably gets bullied out in the top lane matchup right now that I'm looking at it in the early levels. Just because the E's health percentage damage and the slow really hurts Riven's mobility. As time goes on, though, I think Riven capitalizes off of that. I think Riven is the dominant one in that matchup, level 6 up. These are some crazy swaps, yeah. I'm not too sure what their thinking was, what their goal here was. I'm not mad at it, just because B-Boy Slow's rotations on the support, I think, can bleed over to the jungle role. And Vari on the Samira, I know he likes his Ashe, a DPS heavy champion, so Samira as well. You need to rank up her combo in order to get her ultimate, and her ultimate has no CD. You just continue to rank up the combo, and then it's available again. Plus, her passive also includes a bit of a juggle on a CC champion, and I think it's not a CD as far as when you use it. It's a CD per champion. I think if one champion gets CC'd, she could juggle, then the other, I think she juggles again. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Boomer Boys teams is better as a normal comp. Sunnyside focusing too much on flexing. Maybe. They have already done this in the past. They had a couple Fuel games under their belt with this lineup. I think this is more of their comfort picks in these role swaps. I believe I saw Volibear in their Fuel match. I believe I saw Vladimir in their Fuel match. Glizzy God was not on a traditional ADC. He was actually still using his mid lane champs in the bot lane. And IL was on a Taric, I believe. But Pantheon pretty much in essence similar things in lane as far as team fight goes, though. The invulnerability is gone, whereas Pantheon has the rotations, able to fly across the map with that ultimate. Leona Samira, that is a tough bot lane. Only because, like I said, the CC juggle that Samira has, the point and click Leona stun. Ooh, it's a tough one. Acolyte on a comfortable Orianna. He does go a little bit defensive. So, I think he might have the upper hand towards the early games. As long as Derek doesn't get a lead, Acolyte should be having a fine time in the mid lane. Tom on the Silas jungles. He is a hardcore advocate for that Silas jungle. So I'm not surprised that he went ahead and pulled that out. Alright, go ahead and get your snacks, guys. We'll be starting in just a moment. Here we have a minute and 30. Give me 1 second. I'll hop right back onto the stream. And we're back. Delay is off. Boomer Boys versus Sunnyside JV. Who's gonna win it? Is Sunnyside JV gonna take the game back? Sunnyside Varsity did beat Boomer Boys. So if they want to keep making that stamp that they're the true #1 team, Boomer Boys is the team to beat. Let's see if they could go ahead and pull it off this time around. Here, let's look at the chat. Yeah, I think Silas only gets the projectiles. I don't think he gets the buff and damage. Oh, all of his abilities and auto attacks get extra range as well. Interesting. Okay, there you go. There you have it. Thank you, Joe, letting everybody know. I did not know that. I didn't think he gets the extra range and on the abilities or the autos either. I thought if anything it would just be autos and not abilities. All right, hopping up into the game. Sunnyside JV on blue side, Boomer Boys on the red side. It's looking like an invade, a possible invade on the side of the Sunnyside JV. Oh, they're stacking. Oh, no. Spoke too soon. They're using the gold card of Twisted Fate. Easy CC. Gooch Pooch in their targets. Flashing over. I think support flash or ADC flash is always worth. So in this case, that might be a negative for Sunnyside JV. Unless Glizzy God has a... Nope, he doesn't have the CDR on the summoner spells. Alright. Standard starts from both sides. Volibear, I think. Oh, they got a ward in. Diz was able to get that ward out. Yeah, I think Volibear starts off on the opposite side. It tries to get in like a cheese type of route. I know you want to be really aggressive. That Q rundown helps so much in the early game prio. Oh, already getting aggressive onto the bot lane. Sunnyside JV landing their stuns. They both have the chain CC point and click stuns. Just kind of tapping, poking at both members of Boomer Boys. Oh, Sis started Q actually, and here already Tom trying to get aggressive, trying to take the chickens of of B-Boy Slow. Tom gets a blue buff, and I believe he also gets. Yep, he gets some of those raptors. 6 CS, 4 per camp. So he was able to get the main camp and a small one. Let's see what kind of strats Tom is going to do. He was a jungle main for a long time. So if anyone's going to outpath you, it'll probably be Tom. But look at this, B-Boy Slow already looking to go aggressive for the first gank. But a ward, clutch ward there. Really removing a lot of B-Boy Slow's pressure. And look, Tom rotating into the mid lane, going on to Derek. Derek already has the pull, but Acolyte is here following up with Tom. Acolyte going aggressive. Oh, picks up the first blood. Boomer Boys, Boomer Bros. Strike first. Boomer Bros. Boomer Boys do well. They see that B-Boy Slow is in the bot side. Tom right away goes into the mid lane, knowing that he's not going to be counter ganked. It's going to be a 2v1. And Glizzy God using the ghost, stunning Anvari. Anvari unable to stop any of those projectiles. Oh! The electric field of B-Boy Slow slows them down, and they pick up a kill onto Anvari. Now Sunnyside JV is on the board. Here we go. Well done, well done. Forcing that play, did use quite a... No, only Ghost used, so that's pretty worth. Oh, Gooch Pooch freezing it up for Anvari, and Glizzy God... Oh, okay. Glizzy God does stop his recall. Does try to force this lane out. I was gonna say, Glizzy God's leaving them to freeze. Having to stick around. Now the recall timers are mismatched for the Sunnyside JV bot lane. Barrett now dueling with Acolyte. Acolyte having a little bit of a better time. Opting in for the Dark Seal. Really trying to run away with this lead. Is not having too hard of a time against Zero Zen. Is down on 12 CS though. First drag, let's take a look at it. Is a mountain drag. I think what Boomer Boys are gonna want is to slowly use all their attention to one lane. I think the Acolyte, they definitely don't want Vladimir to go online. The way you do it is you just completely focus that one lane. You kind of camp it per se. Silas has a difficult time in the early camps, taking out, leaving the jungle with full health, but Booch Booch getting a little caught out by Aya. No, nothing of it. They just go ahead and take away their pink ward. Is always on the tank top laners. Not the most meta picks, but he really makes use of them. Was very comfortable in the top lane. and the draft seasons. B-Boy Slow is in the mid lane, showing where he's rotating over to. Now Gooch Pooch clearing that pink ward and the bot river bush. Is Tom going to be looking for an invade? Maybe an early drag? He was able to go back and get his completed Stalker's Blade plus the amplifying tone. And yep, here he is, looking for those rubber banded raptors. Oh, here in the bot lane, IA engaging onto Anvari, trying to walk away with the shield. Anvari and Gooch Pooch though taking advantage of it. There goes the juggle. Glizzy God having a flash. Gooch Pooch is ignited on. Getting extremely low. Silas and B-Boy Slow here at the same time. And Vari unfortunately goes down. But Tom able to pick up a kill onto B-Boy Slow. 2 teleports coming out. Zeroes in. Does pick up a kill onto Gooch Pooch. Flashing in. Sis now trying to go ahead and convert onto Glizzy God. Oh, flashes, but no dice. Goes down. Uses Summoner Spell. And Sunnyside JV comes out on top of the bot lane fight. A lot of resources used. Going over to the dragon, it's kind of the consolation prize for that bot fight. 2 teleports used, 2 flashes used for the top side. We'll see if Tom goes ahead and rotates over, tries to take advantage of that. Riven is a super mobile champ. Acolyte using the ward, understanding that they are on the bottom side of the map. all looking for a stun, having to walk away. Yeah, and Derek's having a little bit of a difficult time in the mid lane here up against Acolyte. Vladimir is a scaling champ, needs his CDR to really come online in the lane, and his, of course, the items to really be that raid boss late scaling champion. Late game champion, sorry about that. This though, ooh, huge wave. Zerozin's missing out on it because he stayed for the dragon. Now the XP advantage I think is gonna go over to Sizz. He is going to be able to pick up a majority of that. Oh, B-Boy Slow coming in hot with the Predator, flashing for Acolyte. Tom is here. B-Boy Slow does use that static field. Sizz is there at 2. Nice counter gank by Boomer Boys. B-Boy Slow having to retreat. Gooch Pooch as well was rotating over. Well done. And Anvari and and Glizzy God were all in the bot lane. Anvari in a safe position of the lane, right on the outer rim of that turret. Really no danger unless the bot lane of Sunnyside JV wants to tower dive. Rotating on up for the Rift Herald. It looks like that's what they want. Possibly a dive onto Sizz. They have the damage for it. Zerozen has 2 CDR items. Oh, Tom in the bot lane. Catching out Glizzy God, trying to go. Destiny is stolen. It is hijacked. Oh, there he is, right next to him. Stun coming out by Glizzy God. Tom slowly playing with this food. And Vari does get the juggle out. Leona able to get the Zenith Blade. Gooch Pooch now has his eyes onto Derek. And Derek gets confirmed as well. Double kill for Anvari. You do not want a Samira that is online. She becomes so slippery, so strong. I guess you could say she's a scaling type champion as well. Not too familiar on what they label her as. I'm not sure if the chat could go ahead and let me know. She's scaling, if she depending on the matchup, she's extremely good in the early game. Pretty sure you need her abilities to really go in, plus CDR. But look at this. Oh, Glizzy God using the Destiny, trying to go onto Tom, teleporting to 3 members of Boomer Boys. The Gooch Pooch does use his Zenith Blade under the turret, taking 2 tower shots, walking away. Acolyte rotating over just in case Sunnyside JV tries to get snippy. Alright, here we go. All recalling. B-Boy Slow is in the top lane, possibly looking for a tower dive. Zero's in, slowly pushing the wave. Oh, in the bot lane, Gooch Pooch actually taking down IA. And here we go. Sizz using as much CC as he can. Did land the knock up and the slow. Oh, not enough. Zerozen was able to survive. Now the Rift Herald is being used. Trying to get the first turret. Taking down the top turret. They do have a huge wave. Teleport coming out from Acolyte. Making sure that they're not able to confirm that turret. And in the bot lane, IO actually went down. I think went down to Tom and Vari. Well done. Wow, look at this. Tom going full aggro onto Derek using his own Hemoplague. Third empowered Q, able to get so much shield back. Gooch Pooch unfortunately whiffs the solar flare. Now trying to commit onto Gooch Pooch. The slow from Boiler Bear comes in. The knockup from Sizz though, able to confirm the kill onto IO. And unfortunately, Derek goes down as well. He kind of just lingered around, being too much of a teammate, sat around, and unfortunately goes down as well. Now they have free reign to go ahead and take these wars, but Gooch Booch goes to the opposite side of the map where his team is not. Running into Glizzy God. Glizzy God not yet having the damage to really punish those kind of rotations. And well done by the Boomer Boys now coming back. It's kind of a back and forth type of game. Sunnyside JV makes a play, then Boomer Boys makes a play. Sunnyside JV makes a play, then Boomer Boys makes a play. And then there's even been a little bit of hiccups where they meet together. Glizzy God. Oh, I thought he was going to look for it. Flash not yet online. I think it's barely coming online. Sizz has 2 kills to the 2 kills that Zeros in was able to get onto Sizz. I think this is where Riven goes ahead and takes the lead on that matchup. Tom transferring the blue over to Acolyte. Well done. Gonna have a smoother time in that lane with that mana regen and the CDR. Has only 1 stack on that Dark Seal. Here, Goddess already online. Slowly being charged up. Ooh. Looks like Zerozen was able to bully Sizz out of that top lane. And is going to get first turret. Gets first turret. That's a lot of gold going over, especially since his pre-14 minutes was able to get so many plates. Did share some of them with B-Boy Slow, though. Uh-oh. Tom might be looking to commit onto a tower dive in the bot lane. No, walks away. Derek trying to do his best to keep Acolyte in the mid lane. Aya is here for Glizzy God, just in case Anvari and Gooch Pooch try to create something spicy. Oh, looks like Tom was trying to pick up the dragon. 2 teleports coming out. Oh, Aya comes in with the Pantheon ultimate. B-Boy Slow does the ultimate over for Anvari. Anvari hops right on over to the other side. B-Boy Slow follows with the flash. Oh, but look at that. Sizz does get a kill onto Aya. Acolyte extremely low. Oh, so many low on the side of Boomer Boy. Zeros in, able to pick up all those kills. Triple kill. And then the final kill going over to B-Boy Slow. Well done by Sunnyside JV. All rotating, all knowing what roles they had in that team fight. Capitalizing on the rotation game. Capitalizing in that team fight. And now they have a significant lead. I think the biggest lead. With only 2k gold, but still, I think that's like the biggest lead we've seen in this back and forth game. They're trying to poke at the mid turret. Sunnyside JV needing to recall, recuperate. I think this is the part of the game where they go ahead and say, hey, you know what? These 2 turrets down, we got 2 dragons. We need to make sure we confirm the rest. Start rotating over, making sure that each movement on the map is with the purpose. Boomer Boys. Ooh, taking the jungle of B-Boy Slow though. Still very aggressive. I'm trying to make sure that he nullifies some of those camps from B-Boy Slow. Takes him away. Sizz is here in the mid lane with Acolyte. And Sunnyside JV rotating over from the top side. It looks like they were sticking around the Rift Herald a little too early. Now going right back to it. Rift Herald is coming up. Boomer Boys do take bot turret in response. I wonder if they're going to hard shove. I do believe they understand that they're on the Rift Herald, especially with the rotations that they had going to the mid lane from the top side of the map. Is that Nambari and the Gooch Pooch going to hard commit to poke at that bot out inner turret? Sorry about that. No, they don't. They actually decide to recall. Rift Herald being picked up by Sunnyside JV, and Zero's in, taking away the red buff of Tom. Understanding that they need to they need to start poking at the resources that these teams have. Acolyte is gonna be a team fight monster though. Darkseal no longer has the stack because of that one fight. Unfortunately, goes down. Has the Archangel staff picked up. So slowly but surely, Oriana's gonna go online. I wonder if the Luden's Echo is next. This is defending the top inner turret from Zero's In. Zero's In having his way in Tom's topside jungle. I think that's why Tom is committing so much to the bottom side of the map, trying to split it vertically. Ooh, there they are. They're looking to see if they could catch out someone rotating. They don't see them. Garrett, uh-oh. Is he being called off? Ooh, 6 cents. Not rotating over. Oh, they do see Pantheon, though. Ion Darret. Oh, there he goes. Tom able to go in. Delivery system with the Oriana Bowl. Now Darret's turn to go down. He does use the Hemo Plague. Unfortunately, no longer had the pull. B-Boy Slow, though, coming in hot with the Predator. Doesn't commit to anything. Actually uses the movement speed to run right back. Saw that both of his teammates completely got deleted and said, you know what? Never mind. Let me go back to to my teammates who are alive in the mid lane. Rift Herald being popped. Trying to confirm that outer mid, opening up the map that much more. And it does. Sunnyside JV still has the tempo. Look at the gold though. Closed off yet again. Boomer Boys able to stay in this game. And if we're looking at the turrets, it's only one turret for the side of Boomer Boys, 2 for Sunnyside JV, but they did invest 2 Rift Heralds into it. So that was the upper hand that they had to really confirm those turrets. We'll see where Boomer Boys goes. It looks like they're not really trying to stick to one lane assignment. They're really trying to stick together, look for some bad rotations by Sunnyside JV, take advantage of the wards. B-Boy Slow is on the bot side along with IA. The Dragon is coming up. The Prio in the mid lane is what Boomer Boys are looking for. Makes it easier to rotate on over to the objective, especially when you have minions on the other sides. Oh! Sizz using Righteous Glory, going on to the Pantheon, landing the knockup, slow from the Volibear, doing nothing to keep IA alive. And right before the Dragon, that is something you don't want. You don't want to be down in numbers. Zero's in. Oh, hitting the inner top turret. Has the teleport for the Dragon as well. No one's really answering. Meanwhile, all of Boomer Boys is surrounding the Dragon, making sure that no member of Sunnyside JV is here. Gooch Pooch, whoa, running down, making Glizzy God go far, far away. Zero's in did pick up the top inner turret. Oh, Inferno goes to the side of Boomer Boys. Zero's in still committing to the split push, but Sizz had teleport of his own to really rotate defensively. Destiny was used as well, trying to scare off Boomer Boys, but nope. They committed to the Dragon, pick up the third drag. Let me look at the gold here. Oh, wait one moment. Tom going over to Glizzy God. Glizzy God landing the stun. Nice little emo, but he's not out of it. Acolyte is here with the teleport, the speed, the damage. Oh, Glizzy God has Ghost and Flash of his own. Pantheon rotating over. A teleport coming in from Zero's in. Has the shield to really nullify a lot of Oriana's damage. Acolyte unable to confirm the kill onto IA. Zero's in is here, and Vari alongside with them. Ooh, a lot of damage coming from that blade of Riven. Oh, but look at this. Darret fighting with Gooch Pooch, and Vari goes down. Tom goes down. B-Boy Slow doesn't disable the turret, is still hacking away, but B-Boy Slow is just so tanky. Nice knockup from Sizz. The Cho'Gath able to defend Acolyte's life. Oh, flashes over and feasts on B-Boy Slow. Boomer Boys is turning this around. Gooch Pooch here for the fight. Oh, The Gooch Booch flashed over to try to get a nice stun onto Glizzy God, but Glizzy God was able to use the stun of his own. Oh, but Zenith's Blade. Nice gap closer by Boomer Boys. Well done. Trying to make the most of a bad situation. I believe that was like a 3 for 2? A 3 for 3? Well done. Now mid outer turret down for the side of Sunnyside JV. Zerozen had a nice split push on that past dragon fight, so he did have the teleport, was able to be there. Gooch Pooch was in the mid lane defending Derek. Did get the ultimate away from the Vladimir and rotated over to that bot fight a little late, but it's okay because he was the reason they were able to confirm 2 more kills. Oh wow, was Leona actually able to take down the Vladimir? Oh yeah, Leona 1v1. Gooch Pooch actually 1v1 Derek. Gooch Pooch showing that Leona's base damage ain't nothing to play with, especially if you're gonna be in the range of a turret. All that CC. All ultimates coming online for the side of Boomer Boys, side of Sunnyside JV as well. Dragon coming up in 2 minutes. This is where you got to go ahead and farm away. Destiny being used. Trying to spot out where the Boomer Boys are. And Sunnyside JV using that Destiny to comfortably start up the Baron. Oh, but Gooch Pooch engaging onto Glizzy God. Glizzy God using the stopwatch. Oh man, but he's still in a sticky situation. CC from Tom comes out and Sunnyside JV runs away from the Baron after they see their captain Glizzy God go down. Looks like Boomer Boys are going to rotate on over, and now they're going to be knocking at the mid inner turret. 1 minute and 28 seconds on the Dragon. This is an important drag. This could be the sole point for Sunnyside JV, or it's going to ramp up Boomer Boys that much more. Knockup landed onto IR, and 2 members of Sunnyside JV go down to Acolyte's ultimate. Well done by Boomer Boys. Just committing, just making plays all around the map, really, together. That's what you got to do, especially when the opposing team has a tempo, but I can't say that anymore. I think Boomer Boys all the way now, but still within 2K deficit. That's been pretty much the name of the game as far as the gold goes. Very close. Very, very close in gold for both teams. 6-0 Riven has the Essence Reaver Cleaver now going for the Death Dance. Tom trying to go commit onto Zeros and make a play, but he meets B-Boy slow. Sizz using the Righteous Glory. Acolyte right behind. Gooch Pooch even further. Nice knock up onto 2 members. Tom steals the Volibear ultimate. All goes down. Predator is used, but for nothing. Zeros in having a recall, understanding that all of Boomer Boys is there, and that's the play you got to make right before the Dragon. Yet again, Sunnyside JV is outmanned for an objective. They really are prepping for these objectives a lot lazier than before. Not really understanding the plays or like the vision game that they have. It looks like they are really dark all across the map. Yep. Boomer Boys having way more wardage. There we go. Top scuttle picked up. Sunnyside JV need to be on the same page. It looks like the recalls are always off-timed as well, leaving people vulnerable on the map to get engaged on, to get rotated on. The double Inferno, that's something that's like a little power spike for the side of Boomer Boys. Baron coming up. I think they're gonna go ahead and start up Baron soon. All the wards are coming out on the top side of the map. Knowing the Boomer Boys though, they are gonna be looking for a kill right before. Oh, they're eyeing B-Boy. Oh, B-Boy Slow catches 3 of them. They are able to see him. Now they got to be careful and rotating over to that top side. Oh, B-Boy Slow looking for some kind of engage, but his team isn't really ready. Zeroes in. Is knocking on the inner bot turret now. B-Boy Slow trying to get the attention of Boomer Boys. Sizz does make it on over. Here we go. B-Boy Slow trying to make sure that Boomer Boys stay in the mid lane and don't all rotate over for Zeroes in. Zeroes in did back off. Sizz was able to match. Here we go. Now it's a prio game for the Baron. Possibly to the next objective. And that was pretty well done. It looked like Boomer Boys were going to rotate on over to Zeroes in. B-Boy Slow was able to get their attention. Uses W, I believe, or E to try to slow him down. But oh, I thought Gooch Pooch and Sizz were going to try to engage onto B-Boy Slow. They have all the speed, Righteous Glory, and the Orianna. Oh, look at this, though. Tom with the destiny of his own. Rotating over to Glizzy God. The rest of Boomer Boys following up. Slowly but surely, he is going to get there. Solar Flare comes out, but not in time. Glizzy God able to make it out alive. Now B-Boy Slow using Righteous Glory of his own, disabling the turret. And Vari stopping a lot of projectiles. Acolyte using the Orianna ball. Ultimate coming out. B-Boy Slow gets extremely low, and he goes down. Derek trying to make a play of his own using the Hemo Plague. Unfortunately, does not confirm the kill onto Acolyte. Acolyte still here, and Samira Juggle confirms the kill onto Derek. Kudos to Sunnyside JV trying to make a play on their own. But unfortunately, did not get anything out of it. It looks like Baron is now going to be taken by the Boomer Boys. Sunnyside JV did try to commit on the other side of the map where they saw Tom. Gooch Pooch, I believe, was also rotating on over, and Anvari. No, sorry about that. Anvari is actually staying in the mid lane, but yeah. Well done by Sunnyside JV. Trying to make a play on the opposite side of the map. Unfortunately, could not. Boomer Boys did rotate over. Now, because they went 3-0, 3 kills to none, they're able to pick up the Baron. The lead in gold, though. Look at that. Sunnyside JV actually was able to get the bot inhibitor turret. Zeroes in, I'm pretty sure, was able to get that. Oh, creeps. We're able to get that turret. Oh, look at this. Like sharks in open water, they're trying to find somebody. The wardage of Sunnyside JV, though, showed that they were all rotating on over. Well done. Really lighting up the map now. Sunnyside JV are still not out of this. They have that win condition in the bot side. Open inhibitor on the bot for the Boomer Boys. I think that's the worst one to get, though. I've heard some players say that. Oh, look at this. Zeroes in, trying to go in onto Tom. B-Boy Slow is there. They're able to get the red buff. Again, the fight for the resources on each other. Ooh, Tom actually steps up to steal Pantheon's ultimate. He might be looking to rotate on over to Sunnyside JV's playstyle of 1-3-1 or 4-1. 4 members pushing down mid lane. B-Boy Slow coming up behind. Destiny showing where all members of Boomer Boys are at. Acolyte is not here, but using the teleport to go ahead and commit on over. Zeroes in. Trying to commit onto Tom. Able to get a knockup and the stun. B-Boy Slow going onto the Acolyte. Sizz is able to get the shutdown onto Zeroes in. Tom, meanwhile, is fighting off 3 members of Sunnyside JV, but goes down. Acolyte and Gooch Pooch are trying to commit onto Glizzy God, but no dice. B-Boy Slow now, in turn, trying to run away. It is Hot Potato with those cards, but Glizzy God spread damage all around. Acolyte goes down. Gooch Pooch now goes down in turn. Sizz trying to do as much as he can as a tank, but flashes over the wall only to meet Aya. Point and click stun and ace for the Sunnyside of JV. Well done. They really did have a... They're really good at choosing their targets. They're really good at understanding their team fight, knowing what role each player does. B-Boy Slow completely running down Acolyte. Gooch Pooch having to rotate on over, leaving Anvari alone. Now Inferno drag, soul point for Sunnyside JV. Well done. Oh, but look at this. Tom using the Panther to go onto Glizzy God. Glizzy God sticking around a little too much, trying to get the Raptors, and dies for it. Now he is, 40-second death timer. He's not going to be up on the map for a while, leaving Sunnyside JV vulnerable. That was extremely well done by Glizzy God, though, using the Destiny in that bot fight right before the Dragon. Understanding that Acolyte was not going to be there, showed up late. That's one bad thing about the teleport. If you have it open, you might be baited to showing up really late. Oh, B-Boy Slow actually used the Righteous Glory, but I don't think you get the speed buff. Yeah, you don't get the movement speed if you're not moving towards an enemy or an enemy turret. There you go. Did not know that second part. Outer top turret picked up by Boomer Boys. Well done. Trying to get some of the gold that's still left on the map. Zeroes in hard committing to that bot shove. Death Dance online for the Riven. Gonna make it that much harder to take down Zeroes in. But with a champion like the Cho'Gath, Sizz is able to use the Feast to really execute the Riven. What's the damage on that? 703 true damage. I love how it has a little green heart too, to show that it's a health ratio. Yep, chat. CS difference is huge. The Flame Horizon, as Acolyte was talking about, 100 CS over the opponent. But Acolyte in turn also has a hard difference onto Darret. Darret having a Morello Nomicon and Hextech Proto Belt with the Death Cap. Whoa. He's going to be dealing a lot of damage as well. Twisted Fate having most of the components of the Lich Bane. Rod of Ages fully stacked. Has his Zonya's Hourglass. 3 item power spikes all across the board for all members. We are in 33 minutes of the game. So many turrets going down. And look at this. Zeroes in, knocking onto the bot inhibitor. Slowly poking it. Oh, B-Boy Slow committing over to Acolyte. Acolyte does get stunned by Glizzy God. Pantheon rotating over. Acolyte is in a hallway corridor, but able to survive. B-Boy Slow goes down. Zeroes in, trying to hard commit onto 3 members of Boomer Boys, but is not successful. In turn, oh no, Derek trying to commit onto Gooch Pooch and Acolyte, but no dice, unfortunately, does not able to get the kill. And Vari getting melted by Vladimir and actually does go down. Valiant effort by Derek. Does pick up a member of the Boomer Boys, but unfortunately goes down himself. A 4 for 1. Baron is coming up in 12 seconds. I'm pretty sure Boomer Boys are yelling to rotate on over to it. They can. Glizzy God, no Destiny, no Flash, no Ghost. Oh, Flash is coming up, but I don't think he's going to be wanting to get anywhere near there, since 4 members of Boomer Boys are still roaming around. Sizz still has the Feast to confirm the Baron. We'll see if wild cards can do the trick and pick up the Baron steal. Doesn't look like Glizzy God is going to get anywhere near it, though. Oh, yep. Boomer Boys picking up the Baron. Might be going for that final push. That team fight that decides the game on who is able to take out the Nexus, possibly even put a stamp on the game that it is theirs to win. Sunnyside JV has that open inhibitor still on the bot side. Unsuccessful on really confirming it. Dragon coming up, 33 seconds. 28 seconds. Oh man, shh. They're looking for a bait. They're looking for a push. Sunnyside JV doing a good job walking through the mid lane. But here we go. The Righteous Glory is oh no, they actually back it off. They don't use it. They back Sizz off, telling them no, don't commit. B-Boy Slow and IR are there, trying to bait them into maybe doing a bad engage. The ultimate of TF's Destiny being used. Inferno Dragon going over to the side of Boomer Boys. That is soul point for them. No Elder Drag yet. And Darren and I are a little too far up in the mid lane. Glizzy got in the top side, nowhere to be found. Looks like Derek's going to get engaged on Zenith Blade, able to hold him down. And Tom is able to pick up the kill onto Derek. Glizzy God having a recall. B-Boy Slow was in the bot lane. Oh no, they should have stuck around into the mid lane. Looked for that counter play, that counter engage, and look at that. Stepping up a little too far. Ultimate's coming out from two members. I see Solar Flare and Acolyte's Oriana Ball. Now that's the mid inhibitor. This is probably the game. Nice final push. One Nexus turret is going down. Zero's in. Possibly looking to wind up his Qs. Oh, Sunnyside JV trying to have an answer for this final push. Tom free hitting onto the Nexus though. And there it goes. Game for Boomer Boys. They will not fall down to a Sunnyside team again. Valiant effort by JV trying to keep this game alive. GG to them. Boomer Boys coming out on top. All right. That was a pretty intense game. Well done by Sunnyside JV, showing that they really aren't a joke, but Boomer Boys having their way this game. Dusting off that loss from Sunnyside Varsity. And well done. Here we go. Are we going to immediately go on to the next game? Give me a couple minutes. Meanwhile, let me go ahead and set up player of the game. Everybody tell me, who do you think is player of the game? Meanwhile, I start up this straw poll meme. Here we go. Gucci's Leona is too clean. Yeah. Leona's comfort pit. Every time I see him on Leona, I'm like, you're just looking at a empowered the Gooch Pooch. He likes to initiate. He likes to fight. Ended off the Vladimir 1v1. That was pretty insane. I did not catch it. I think I caught a bit of the back end for it. Meanwhile, I'm starting up the player of the game poll. Let me know, chat, who you think and why they're player of the game. We had Sizz in the top lane with the Cho'Gath. Tom was in the jungle. I think his comfort role as far as playing in AOE, maybe? Able to really control a lot of the map when you're a jungler. Mid lane, we had the veteran, the intelligent, high IQ player in Acolyte. Really having his way in the mid lane with the Oriana. And Varya ADC with the Samira, the prolonged knockups, the juggle. Unfortunately had a bad time this game only because B-Boy Slow was definitely and Glizzy God were all looking for carries to point out, and it was either Acolyte or Anvari getting the short end of the stick. Let me see, SJV went hard in the early game. Yeah, it looks like they kind of fell off towards the later game. Leona, player of the game. The Gooch Pooch is the player of the game, you're thinking? Yeah. He fended off Vladimir in the mid lane. That was insane. I gotta go back and see that. All right, posting the poll. Oh, well done, Corey. Don't worry. Yeah, Leona, the peel. Well done. Gooch Pooch really had two people to peel. He definitely tried his best. The solar flares, the zenith blades, all of that coming out. Well done. Oh, what up, Tom? Here, let me move the mic so we could go ahead and hear you. Let me set up this straw poll.
Yep.
What did you like about Sunnyside JV? Before we talk about how excited you are picking up that victory, right? Dusting off that Sunnyside loss, right, from one of them.
Yep.
How'd you feel about them in this game?
I love that they're growing. For one, and they're adapting. They obviously changed up their roster a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That was really amazing, just to see them grow and see that difference between the first time we played them. And we've grown too, obviously, right? So It's really cool to see that they're also growing. And I mean, it looked pretty grim early, honestly. They had such a strong early game, but if their transition into mid to late game was just a bit stronger, they'd be a very good team. They're already a very good team, despite where they are, like, age-wise, you know what I mean? So, I mean, nonetheless, just overall impressed. Again, that's why AOE is AOE, is because of what we see and what the high schoolers are doing.
All right. Well done, well done. Who do you think the player of the game was for your side? We got 4 votes for Gooch Pooch. Yeah.
Oh man, dude, Boomer Boys just played exceptionally well today. I mean, it's so hard to say. Like, weak side played super well, and then man, Gooch. I think Gooch was all over the place. His warding was just amazing. Something that we've been practicing a lot too. Getting that bot side lit up. So. And then again, Brighetto just found a lot of good plays. I mean, there was one play where he didn't do as hot, and he was really upset about that. But nonetheless, he still came through and did so much. And he's that person that we can rely on when we need that damage. So yeah, it was just really nice to see.
One thing that I want to make note on the stream was pretty sick is that you were always looking for those Windows opportunities, something that you always preach, right? It's like, don't wait for the opportunity to come to you, you make it. So you were always trying to punish Sunnyside JV on their 1-3-1s, on their 4-1s, and it looked like they were kind of hesitant to continue on that. There was one point where Zerozen actually had a nice push going. B-Boy Slow was entertaining you guys in the mid lane, but he didn't really commit. He kind of just got scared off. So yeah, in the Vision game, you guys were definitely winning in it. It was pretty nice to see. Yeah. And what do you have to say on some of those things, just to preach a little bit more on it?
Just to commit to the game plan. You know, they committed to the 1-3-1 for so long that game, and it started to falter just because of their hesitant decisions. And they should just take the gambles more often. Force Zerozen to play the 1v2s. He was strong enough. Force Vladimir to play the 1v2s. He wasn't really doing too much, or he couldn't do too much because our draft was pretty good into Vladimir, so it was hard for him to find an initiation. But again, overall, yeah, I think just stick to the game plan.
All right. Well said, well said. Speaking of game plan, I think Sunnyside JV had some pretty good team fights. They really know their role on what to do, right?
It's pretty scary.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Pretty scary to play against. It's one to watch it and be scared of it. It's another to be in that game and watching them do it.
Yeah. It's fun for me because I'm not playing. So one last draw pull me link right there. It's the one for this game that just passed, Boomer Boys versus Sunnyside JV. We'll give it another minute while I set up the next game. It is GZG versus Sunnyside JV. Hopefully, let's see how well they can take this, because this is kind of like our older schedule, right? Where it was back-to-back games, boom, 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 best of threes, back-to-back, you know? We really had a long schedule. I think there was one time, like now when we look at it, we're like, whoa, we're going to have like 4 or 5 hours streaming. Like, can we handle it?
Yeah.
It's like, and like sometimes I think to myself, like, didn't before we were streaming for like 6 hours, like for, for nothing?
8 hours, yeah.
Yeah, and at 6 p.m., where we would cut off like at 11 p.m. with the Clovis North best of threes and stuff like that. So all that was pretty fun. And we had work the next day. Shout out to that. Tristan, the hydrate. This isn't hydrating, but it is coffee. Hydrating with some caffeine, but nice. The good days. The good days.
Good busy days.
Yep. Hopefully we're gonna have even better days.
Yeah. So what are you expecting for this upcoming match here?
GZG versus Sunnyside JV. Yeah. Hopefully they can dust off the loss real quick and hop on to the next one. I did see Corey in the chat say his confidence is still here. That's something I harp on him all the time when I hear his confidence. I'm like, I've had multiple Sunnyside players come at me saying that they're going to be this, they're going to beat this person, they're going to beat this team. But they all kind of dissipate away. They all kind of lose that confidence. And it's understandable. It's hard to keep it. But Corey made sure to chat and say, hey, I still have my confidence. Yeah. I love it. I love it, Corey. That's B-Boy Slow. So hopefully,
and there are, and well, I'll say it because again, it happened historically where people, when they lose, they tend to just shy away from the community. But again, really appreciate the energy that you bring, because you set an example for other people too, right? Where if you come into the chat after you lose, and that means that you're willing to humiliate yourself and really understand, hey, I need to get better, and I want to stay in around this community, and I'm only going to get better because that's what everybody here is for.
Yeah.
So
exactly. Just to continue on that, Corey, B-Boy Slow.